Drop that what bass? I bet.
Dr. Dre in the place to be. Co-rockin' shit with my homeboy Steve. After Roadium, get stupid some. Yo, don't think that you can get none of Dre. The motherfucking doctor, the bitch hopper, the sucker motherfucking stopper. I'm fucked up, so don't mind what I'm saying. I'm just kicking it, but Steve, Tony, A, and Susan, yo, we can choose it. Dope shit to put in a mix. Know what I'm saying? We kick shit like and that's a fact. And if your shit ain't in a mix, you know it's whack. And that ain't no bullshit. I'm kicking facts on a serious tip. Word up, Dr. Dre's in full effect doing serious damage, boy.
Tony A! Tony A! When you're ready, go.
Welcome everybody to Roadium Radio episode 120, and I'm thankful that everybody tuned in today. But before I introduce my very first guest, I got some special announcements I have to make. You know how it goes here at Roadium Radio. Anyways, I want to give a big shout out to Be Real TV, Be Real from Cypress Hill for inviting me, welcoming me to Dr. Green Thumb. If you guys didn't catch that episode, make sure you guys go check it out on Be Real TV on YouTube. Dope time. I actually got a little high, contact high, because there was so much bud being smoked that day, but so good. I got drunk too. Dope as, I forgot, what do they call them? Chrono Ritas? I forgot what they call them, but Dr. Ritas. Shit was off the hook. But anyways, last Wednesday, or Wednesday just passed, what's today, Sunday? Yeah, Wednesday, we aired the Roadium mixtape DOCUMIXERY, the 1 hour version director's cut. That's the one that was going to be entered into the film festivals. But what happened was that due to COVID, they got canceled. That's what happened. So what we did, we blessed you guys with the early Christmas gift that you guys, if you guys like the 1 hour version of it, you guys are going to love the 3 hour version when it comes out on Blu-ray, or if you want to view it through the DOCUMIXERY.com, you can go there and stream it there for a very, very low price. But other than that, let's talk a little bit about the GoFundMe that people have been asking for. So I'm going to address it now, and I'm not going to address it again. So I'm just letting you know now, okay? One time, so if you watch this video, maybe you're going to have to go rewind it and watch it again. So up on the screen should be the GoFundMe page, and it shows the budget. The budget that we asked you guys for was for the $15,000. That was the budget for the GoFundMe, and we actually hit a little bit over 18 thanks to you guys. So we want to thank you guys, applaud you guys for blessing us with that. There was two idiots going around mouthing off, bumping gums. And the reason why I say bumping gums, because one of them doesn't have teeth. But saying that we collected $50,000. I don't know where in the hell they got that number from. But if you go on my IG, on my bio, you can actually click on it and it'll take you to the GoFundMe. Now, on the GoFundMe, whoever gave $50 or more, you were going to get incentives, but you were supposed to go to DOCUMIXERY.com, click there, and look up the incentives that you were going to get. Here's the thing. Many of you gave, you received an email and never replied. When you reply, you receive your incentives. One of them, once again, was if you gave over $50 or more, you were going to get your name on the documentary, because this documentary could not have been made or done without you guys. So we want to thank you and applaud you guys for blessing us with that. Now, people are asking us, have you started the documentary? Those of you that are faithful followers of Roadium Radio know that several months back, on several occasions, I've announced that we had already started. We had already started filming. Now, I'm not obligated to sit here and tell you, you know, hey, this is when we started. All I'm obligated to do is to point you to my bio, click the link, look at the budget, and eventually we'll give you updates on when the documentary will come out. We're probably about a third's way. But here's the sad thing. Due to COVID, many people, just a few, because we already interviewed a few, But a few people said they didn't want to come out due to COVID. So things are at a standstill, okay? And due to certain of these fires, many people didn't want to come over here. I get it. It's understandable, but it's on its way. So now, another thing that I want to share with you guys that by Wednesday, we're going to make all of our records public, okay? Because if you donate it, you have the right to look at everything that we spent, all the invoices, all the receipts, pictures, whatever we bought. You guys are entitled to that. So all you got to do is go to roadiumradio@gmail.com, email us, let us know that you donated, but you have to be somebody that actually donated. And we will give you all the info that you need. But meanwhile, you ain't got to listen to these two idiots that are talking crap. Okay? I will address everything else at the end. So, you're just going to have to wait. Okay? So if you want to call somebody, text somebody, slap somebody, well, one of them's already been slapped. But anyways, check this out. Without further ado, please allow me to introduce my very special guest, Johnny D, in the place to be from Spanish Fly.
What's going on?
How you doing, brother?
I'm good.
You know what? I have to announce. First of all, I want to thank you openly and publicly because you showed up. Due to some unfortunate circumstances, we had somebody here booked already. And something was going around in his family that he didn't really want to discuss.
Yeah.
So he pretty much just said, you know what, I can't make it. So we rescheduled him. I called you. You got some new music coming out, and I want to talk about it, promote it, and
let's do it.
Shine light on it. So with that being said, how was your weekend going?
My weekend's good, man.
For real?
Yeah. Well, the week was straight. Did some videos for the Fly.
Wow.
And then did a couple videos for me too, also. So
For
it was
the
pretty
Fly.
cool. Yeah, for Spanish Fly.
Spanish Fly. Okay. You know what? Other than that, because I know today's Sunday, and Sunday is always like football for me, bro.
Yeah.
You a big football guy?
You know what? I haven't kept up with it. Most of the time, just spending time with the kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That'll work.
Niners all day though, but all day.
Where's my helmet at? Because today,
I don't want to hear this shit.
the Cowboys
Got
beat
lucky. Yeah, got lucky.
the Niners.
Yeah, they got
So,
lucky
as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and put that
They got
right
lucky
there.
today, so good.
So, all right. Anyways.
All right.
Other than that, I know you just finished saying that you guys did some videos over the weekend. And who filmed or directed the videos?
Concrete.
Concrete.
He does all my videos.
Okay.
It's fire. If was one of the best out there doing music videos.
No shit.
Yeah. So we're out in Pedro with me, Mokes, Any Means, and Daz, and we filmed one of the Spanish Fly ones coming out in January.
Okay.
And then we came back over here to the Dub and did my video here, which was dope, which was like real close to here.
Yeah.
Right in the neighborhood.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm glad you came back because the last time you were here, you actually had to share the time with Daz and
Mokes.
Yeah, Mokes. So I'm glad we got you here now. But let me ask you something. How did you become a member of Spanish Fly, or how did you meet Daz?
Okay, I met Daz through a party. It was at Fino, rest in peace, from we call it the second generation of the Fly. I met them at a party. I was rocking the mic on a DJ system, and then they just heard me and they're like, "Hey, I want you to." They introduced me to him.
Yeah.
And then Daz was feeling it, and then he told me to come down to the studio, and then I went down to Carson where he was located, and just killed it because I was used to rapping on a DJ system.
Right.
So cutting it down and breaking into like, I would rap a whole song through. So breaking it down and recording it like the professional way was easy.
Now, what year was this? Like, when did this take place?
Like 2002.
Okay.
So it was early, yeah.
Now, but you didn't know Daz prior?
I didn't know Daz.
Okay.
I met him through Will, the homie Will. He was close to Daz at the time. I met him through him, and then he linked it up, and then we just got busy.
Okay. And what were some of the first recordings that you guys did together as Spanish Fly? And was it just you and Daz at the time?
You know what? At first, it was just me and Daz.
Okay.
We were doing a 310 Suspects. We're doing a little project besides the Fly, and then I just kept late doing music with Daz, and then I would go to the studio with because they were signed to Silent Giant and Eat Up in Kool-Aid, so I would go with them to the studio, and I would just come with it, do verses on the on the project, and then he asked me to be a part of the Fly.
Okay. And now, were you a fan of Spanish Fly before that?
Yeah, I was a fan of him.
Okay. Now, did you ever meet Esa Rich Rock?
No, I never met him.
So by that time, he was pretty much.
Yeah, it was already that was like time passed.
You know, the last time I actually saw him, I believe it was out here in High Street. He was out here hanging out, and everybody's like, "That's your boy," because I've known Esa Rich Rock since he's been like in junior high school.
Yeah.
And I worked with them, did a couple of demos. He was actually going to rap on a couple of my mixtapes, but we had already had High C, so it was between another one of my boys that I always like to shout out, Doc Nasty, my boy Dion. He was going to rap on some of my mixtape. We're talking about in the 80s. And Steve picked High C because he had more of the easy E tone of voice.
Yeah, the NWA style.
Right. So that was what was popping and hot. So we decided to go with them. But Daz was going to be on one of my mixtapes. So, I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah, Rich Rock.
Rich Rock. But you know what? Man, did you enjoy the documentary?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it a couple times.
Yeah, you know what? I wish that they could have gotten that guy, you know, interviewed him, talked to him or something, because like nobody knows where he's at.
Yeah.
You know, have you, or do you know if DJ Tricks or Daz have heard anything from him?
You know, from what I heard from Daz, no.
Nothing. Huh?
Nah, he hasn't heard nothing from him.
Okay. So you said it was you, Daz,
Ace and Fino.
Fino.
Yeah, Fino, rest in peace.
Okay. Now, you guys did an EP album, or what did you guys do?
We did an album.
Okay.
Yeah, they were working on a project, and Daz had a couple tracks in, and then when I joined, we finished it up.
Oh.
It was a pretty dope project.
Okay. And you guys have any features, or was it just all you guys?
It was all us. We had Daz Dillinger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Daz did a song. It was dope, fire. And that's about it. It was the rest of the group.
Okay. And when that album came out, was that signed to a major label independently? Like,
It was Silent Giant. That's Eat Up and Kool-Aid. The
Okay.
Pocos Pero Locos.
okay. And how what did that album do for you guys?
It did well. It did well. You know, I can't. I don't want to touch on that. But
Any radio play at least?
it did get radio play
Uh-huh.
because it was tied to Kool-Aid.
Right.
It got radio play. We're
What about
freaking
shows?
shows. We did shows, plenty of shows. We did the tour too, which had everybody on there from Chingo Bling to Omar Cruz was there,
Oh, okay.
Mexiclan, and
that was when
Monique
Mokes was.
yeah, Mokes was Mexiclan at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, they were doing it big.
That'll work. So after that album, walk us through what takes place after. Did you guys come up with another Spanish Fly album?
No, we kind of took a break, and my dad started doing his solo project.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when he released a solo project, was that just him, or was he still carrying the name Spanish Fly?
It was just him. That's the Daz of Spanish Fly.
Okay.
He was carrying the name, but it was just like a solo project he was doing with them.
Okay. And you?
Me, just family life, dude. I was working my ass off, doing my 12-hour days.
Hey, we got to do that, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll work, man. Okay, now, so now when did you took the break from the first album? When did you come back and started working again?
Damn. Wow. I would say about a year and a half ago, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah. We had a bunch of songs in the studio we did, but never got released. But we still haven't released them, which we will. But I chopped it up with Daz, and I told him, "Hey man, I want to get back in the booth." Mm-hmm. And that's when I took a little break from work, and I go, "I want to get back in there." So we procrastinated with it, but I gave him some ideas. He shot me some beats, and then he recreated. Like he stepped his game up, dude. Right. Daz was always good, but he stepped his game up and he created some dope beats.
I know. I mean, because the beats that he has right now are fucking knocking, bro. So they are fucking knocking. And you know what? They're different. And I always call him up and give him his flowers and tell him that the shit that he's working on right now is working right now, bro.
Yeah.
So but see, here's my thing, bro, because I've taken like time off from 2007 to 2017.
Yeah.
Raised my family, did what I had to do, okay? But did you at all like continue working on rap at all?
Dude, I was playing with the craft. I didn't record anything, but I had a lot ready to go. But I never had the chance to get to it until I hit Daz up, and then he moved further than Carson, so it was harder to get to him.
Yeah.
So what I did was I just wrote some stuff down and had him make some beats, and then when I went there with work.
Right.
So I went there and recorded like 4 tracks the first day seeing him again for a long time.
Right.
So, and those tracks came out fire. So,
Okay, well now this time around, you said you hooked up with them 2002. You guys did an album.
yeah.
This time around, do you see the maturity? Do you see your level that you stepped it up as far as your lyrics? Like, how do you compare yourself now to back then?
I was more energetic back then, you know, and killing it, but and doing good too. But I think now it's more lyrical content and like more steady, like adult way to lyrics. You know, like it's more. I think it's better, to be honest with you.
Really?
It's way better than before.
Now, here's an odd question. Now, you got country singers, you got rock singers, you got R&B singers, and they sing throughout their career. They could have started as a teenager, and then they sing into their 50s, 60s, and 70s, okay? Like, let's just say like an Aretha Franklin, Diana Ross, etc. Isn't it funny that when it comes to rap, it's almost like they put an age limit? They'll say, you can't be a 50-year-old rapper.
Yeah.
It sounds goofy, but why is it that in rap, it's only like they put an age limit? Do you ever think about that?
Yeah, I get it. I'm in my 30s, so I'm not considered an old rapper, but I'm up there.
Right.
But lyrically, I can come at any rapper, any young rapper, and I'll knock them off a track. To be honest with you, that's how I feel. And you know, you can listen to the squad and all that. We could.
Well,
come with the heat.
All you got to do is just listen to your records, listen to your
Yeah.
lyrics, bro, and
Yeah.
people would know that you can rap. Now, your style is different. It's not your typical Chicano rap style.
Yeah.
Okay, now let me ask. What inspired or who inspired that style that you use today?
That I use today, the people that we all listen to. From, like I said last time, like a death row. I was always death row all day, every day. I played some East Coast, but it was more like a Snoop and I always touch on Spice One. I always had that Spice One, like
Really?
This dope style. I love this shit.
Oh, you know what? I
It's
think
fire.
I think you're the
Yeah,
one that
it's Pokemon.
said that brought up Spice One. You're the only one that brought up Spice
The
One.
strap on the side of me, man. That shit was fire. Just bump that shit through the hood.
That's
That was
dope,
one of
man.
the jams.
Okay, I don't know if I asked you this last time, but I like to ask everybody these questions, okay? Top 5 favorite East Coast, either artists or albums.
Nas, Illmatic.
Okay. Top 5.
Top 5?
Yeah, if you had to
Nas,
choose.
I would say Biggie, like everybody will say Biggie. I do, LL Cool J is hard as fuck too. And you said East Coast, huh?
Yeah.
Big Al and Fat Joe.
All lyricists.
Yeah,
Dope
that-
lyricists. Okay, now West Coast. Top 5 West Coast.
West Coast, Dr. Dre, big Eazy-E fan. So Eazy-E. Snoop.
Of course.
Snoop, yeah, of course. And then I would say the Dog Pound. So Daz and Corrupt, that shit was hard. And then I guess Spice One.
Okay. One. Wow. All right. Now, are you a huge fan of Chicano rap?
I'm a fan of Chicano rap. Yeah, definitely.
Give me your top 5 Chicano rappers.
Right now?
It could be from beginning, like because Chicano rap's about 30 years old.
Yeah.
So let's just say from 1990 to 2020.
Shit. Top the ones on my playlist
Mm-hmm.
would be, King Lil G, he's on there. And my boy Any Means, he's on there. I play his shit all the time before I even met him. Mokes is on there, Mexiclan. Shadow was on there. I always play Shadow shit.
Yeah.
And who else? It would be Drummer Boy.
Drummer Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people request him. I've been trying to get a hold of him because I want to get him on here and I want to shine light on what he's doing because I do believe that a lot of people find that guy talented, and these are like the next generation coming up, Now, back to the stuff you're working on today with Spanish Fly. Is Spanish Fly coming out with a new record?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
We already put our feet on it, and we did a couple tracks already.
Okay.
And then I'm finishing up my project right now. Maybe like a couple more tracks on it, and then I'm shutting it down and just focusing on the fly.
Okay. Now, the Spanish Fly, is it going to be an album or EP?
It's gonna be an album.
Okay. And how many songs can we expect off of that?
At least 10 to 13. We'll just make it 13. The Big 13, we'll name it that. We'll do that. 13. You hear me, boys? 13.
The Big 13. Okay. Now, Any features on that album? Or maybe you don't want to give them away.
Just a squad right now.
Okay.
Features or not, we haven't reached out or nothing.
Okay. Now let me ask you this, because when people think of Spanish Fly, here's what they think. Ese Rich Rock, Daz, and Tricks. Okay. Did you ever get any slack for, you guys are not the original Spanish Fly?
I got slack in the beginning, but it was because during that break, they came out with that OG Spanish Fly, that shit. But that shit wasn't original. But the slack, no. Yeah. I would say yeah,
Okay.
bro. We got it in the beginning because at that time I would say because like they were rocking certain shit like cornrows and shit like that at that time, which wasn't what you couldn't do.
Right. Right.
So we got a lot of heat for that. We got a lot of heat for the certain styles that we're putting out. That's hot right now. So,
Right.
But that shit got us a lot of slack before.
Really?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Cornrows and everything?
Well, yeah, they had, that Daz and Fino had their little hair hooked up.
Oh,
and
like
shit.
the little braids and stuff
Yeah,
like
little
that?
braids and shit. Not cornrows, but like braids. I don't know. I don't fucking know exactly what it is. But they did.
Look it up. You guys can Google it.
Yeah. They got some slack behind that.
And
But-
why was that? If that was just their style, like why would they get
No,
slack?
but
for it?
everybody does that shit now. But
Yeah.
that was, at that time, that shit wasn't Chicano rap. But it was just a hairstyle, man. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying? But hey, shit got addressed. People had a problem, it got addressed. And
Right.
And
Now, OG Spanish Fly has nothing to do with.
nothing at all. Nothing
With-
at all. It's
okay.
a marketing scheme they did to
Okay.
make a profit off it, which they did make some money off it. But it was a marketing scheme, has no attachment to Spanish Fly at all. And Back from the Dead was disrespectful. And we have no ties to that shit at all. So
Wow. So was that name taken from Spanish Fly? Or
no, it wasn't take. Yeah, it was just two. I would say two people having disagreements.
Okay.
And one wanted to take from his plate.
Okay.
So that's what it was right there.
Okay, the reason why I bring that up is because people have actually requested OG Spanish Fly. When I think OG Spanish Fly, Esther Rich Rock, Tricks and Daz or whatever.
That's the original Spanish Fly.
Right,
So
that's-
that's when they say that.
Right.
The OG Spanish Fly is Spanish Fly. That's just, they tacked that on OG on so they can market it the name.
Right.
That's what made it at that time. So it was just a way to not get sued at that moment if you think about it.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Now, the stuff that you guys are doing right now, how was the response, bro? Because, again, we come a long way from Rich Rock to now. Obviously, it's a different group, different members, different style. Do you consider this style Chicano rap?
It's labeled Chicano rap. It's
Okay.
an evolved version of Chicano rap because we're always going to be labeled that.
Right.
But it's an evolved version of it because we represent our culture to the fullest.
Absolutely.
It's just we rap a certain way. There's some Spanish in it too. We have Moke spinning in Spanish. I throw a couple words here and there. Daz, like it's Chicano rap, but an evolved version of it.
That's dope. That's dope. I know you guys have that one song that you guys released the last time you guys were here. Remember you guys filmed it in that house?
Oh yeah, I saw.
That song is fucking hard, bro.
Yeah, that's
And if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out.
Yeah, I saw.
Okay.
Latin Beast.
Now, since then, you guys haven't released a video yet, huh?
No, we just did one with Concrete. That's just gonna be. That's
Okay.
gonna come January. We're gonna drop that.
Okay.
It's called Ride With Me.
Okay. Ride with you?
Ride with me and the homies.
That'll
Rolling.
work. And who produced that one? Is it Daz?
That's a Daz.
Okay. And everybody raps on it?
Everybody, even Daz on it.
No shit.
Yeah, he spit some flows on that shit.
Okay. Well, you're going to have to give me a sneak peek because you guys invited me to the video shoot.
Yeah.
And I was like out of the city.
Yeah.
So I couldn't make it, but I need to listen to it, bro.
No, definitely. You
I
heard
know
that
the
shit.
shit's gonna be fucking banging, bro. So I already know. Because you know what? I listen to like guys like you, Mokes, Enemies, and all of you guys can fucking spit, bro. And I'm just tripping that more shine hasn't been shined on you guys, bro, for
Yeah.
all the lyrics and the skills that you guys have. But that's what we do here is shine light on Raza, bro. Shine light on groups that normally wouldn't get the shine, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So, okay, so now that one is going to drop in January, the video. And then right now you're also working on your stuff.
Yeah, my project.
Okay.
My album's I haven't titled it yet, but that shit's gonna drop late January, maybe early February. For sure.
Okay, like pretty close to the
Yeah, it's
Spanish
getting close to it. All the songs are just about mixed down and ready to go.
Okay.
And it's gonna be fire.
EP or album?
Album.
Okay, how many songs?
13 songs.
13
Keep it
again?
13. 13 bars, 13 songs, everything. 13.
Any features?
Right now, I have Crook the Felon. He came through. And then my boy Eddie Mean. I have the group all over my album.
No
so
shit.
that's mandatory. Crook the Felon came out of San Diego. He's fire.
No
dope
shit.
ass fucking songs, dude. Fire.
That's dope.
And then I'm working with Hectic right now too. He's gonna jump on it too.
Okay.
Hectic's gonna be on that shit. It's gonna be fire.
Hectic.
It was on your show, man. Hectic.
Yeah, dude.
OG Pamps, man.
You know what? I know a guy
Fire.
named Hypnotic, Hectic. So
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, he's dope. As a matter of fact, I think
He's
he just.
fucking dope.
I think he just shot me his video like on the DM to promote it. So I got to
Dope.
do that.
Yeah.
So okay, now possibly late January, early February, right? You say no title yet?
No title yet.
You got an album cover? You got any videos for that?
Videos. I did one video, Press the Line.
Mm-hmm.
I did that one too over here in Wilmington. That's out right now. The video's out. The single's out. That's another one by Concrete. Concrete does all my shit.
No shit.
Yeah. The only other video I did was a Spanish Fly Cypher with OG Pamps.
Okay.
That's the only other person to record my videos.
That'll work. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and press pause right there. We're going to come back, take a 10-minute break, and we'll finish it up talking about your album.
Yes, sir.
Okay, everybody. Once again, take a 10-minute break. Call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Johnny D is in the motherfucking house. Spanish Fly. We'll be back.
Hold on, I got a message.
Okay, check it real quick, and then we're ready. We're up in the fucking building. Oh shit, my microphone went down. But anyways,
The process of reinventing who you are never ceases.
For you to become that person, you can't listen to other people. Like I tell them, it's not a dream, it's a plan you put in motion.
You constantly throughout life have to reinvent yourself.
You're gonna go through some shit. If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. Go all the way. Don't stop.
Believe in yourself.
Hard work, that's all it is. I would just say if you got your heart on it, just give it your all. Make sure that the message, whatever you're saying, it means something. It means something, and it'll impact everybody in a positive way. It'll give people the strength to keep going.
You gotta always have faith in yourself. Don't listen to other people, listen to yourself.
subscribe to something
Subscribe.
dope. Be ready for all this shit. Be ready, everybody. You've been warned.
Hey, what's up? It's Doughboy Tony. Make sure you go ahead and tap in with my brand, Seeking New Money. You can follow on Instagram at Seeking New Money. Also, make sure you tap in with my music. You can follow me on Instagram at doughboy.tony.
Attention dog breeders, dog owners, and dog lovers. We are a family-owned, locally operated brown business right here in the harbor area of Los Angeles, Southern California. We transport and relocate pets locally out of state, and our specialty coast to coast. Breeders, we ground transport your puppy to your buyer while you stay at home stress-free. If you are an owner and you are moving out of state, let us take care of your dog and meet you at your new home. On the road, we stay in pet-friendly hotels, so when they reach their new destination, they are clean and well-rested. If you are a dog lover looking to buy a puppy from a breeder but don't want to make that long drive, we got you. We transport pups by crate safe and sound. Some clients allow their adult dogs to ride crate-free in our brand new spacious Sprinter van. We feed them, walk them, send photos and videos, and share our location via Google Maps so you can see us cruising in real time. Check us out on Instagram at 211 Drive in LA or give us a call at 424-378-9471.
somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Roadium Radio is live up in this yacht. Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio, episode 120. And we're here with Johnny D.
What's up, what's up?
Hey, before we get started, I need you to do something for me. I need you to do that. This is...
Oh, shit.
Do it. Come on.
This is your Theo on Roadium Radio. 110 South in your mouth. Let's keep it pushing.
That shit is dope. Okay.
Yeah.
During the break, you wanted to elaborate a little bit more on meeting or joining Spanish Fly back in 2002, because I know there's a little bit more to the story.
Yeah. There was a. Well, let's start with that. It was me and Daz working on a project, and even Grim was part of it too, also. No shit. Yeah, Grim was part of that shit. It was 310 Suspects, and we even did a couple songs. We had Miss V on a track. We had probably like 6-7 tracks. They're straight fire, and that kind of, and then I guess Daz was focusing on the fly because the group was originally him, Ace and Fino, and then Nick D was part of it. Nick D, I didn't say I replaced Nick D because Nick D was killing it too, but he kind of took a step back from it, and then like I was always a part, like just helping him, like going in there and just jumping on tracks, like I said, and then they asked me, hey man, you should put Johnny on. Right. And they asked me, and I said, hell yeah, I'll be a part of that. I'll be a part of Spanish Fly. Right. And that was they already had a signed deal for the name with Eat Up and Kool-Aid, Silent Giant. So they're already signed to them. Really? So all they did was just add me to it. So I jumped on that and just started going full blown with the project. Okay. And at the time it was who was that? Shadow was signed to the label, and we were. So we were the two artists. Oh, okay. So, yeah. Now, how did Daz and them get signed, or do you know the details? You know what? Like, I don't know the details, but I just remember that they were just dropping tracks like crazy, and it was dope. So when they offered me to be a part of it, I was on it. And then when Kool-Aid, they showed me a lot of love at the time too. And then Javi Lopez was producing the whole album. Yeah. And Javi Lopez had some fire, and then so it was a cool transition from where I was to that, and it was a quick transition because I was just like a backyard rapper, but I was killing it. Right. So I was talented. So Daz always said that. He's like, man, this kid he's coming with the heat. Right. So when he put me on, I was like, man, I'll get on and let's get it popping. Yeah. About how old were you at that time? I was when I first started with him. Damn, I was like 19. I was 19 years old when I started with him, and I've been doing music, but when I linked up with them, I was 19. Right. And then I just started killing it with them. Now, were you the youngest guy out of the group? Yeah. No shit. Yeah, way younger. Nah, I'm fucking with you, Daz. Nah, I wasn't way younger, but I was younger. I was the youngest one, so I was the baby of the group. I was like barely 21 when we started doing shows and shit. So they didn't have to leave me in the car and shit with the window cracked, you know. Right. But I was there, so. And then we started doing the tour and all that. It was blowing. Pocos Pero Locos was blowing up at that time. Okay, and at the time it was just Spanish Fly and Shadow. Shadow. Okay, yeah. Who came next? If you could remember, like this. After that, yeah. Well, the Spanish Fly name stopped. Okay. They kept running with Daz. Daz was pushing it. He was killing it. He had some dope ass singles. It was more push to radio. So my boy was all glamored up and shit. But he was killing it. Daz was killing it. You said glamored up. Glamored up and shit. Okay. But he was killing it. Daz had MTV2. He was everywhere. The Latin Grammys. No shit. Fucking Daz was everywhere, dude. He was doing it. I was like, what the fuck? Give me a couple tracks. You got to give him his flowers. So that's why we're talking about this, you know? Give me a couple tracks, fool. But he doing and then that's when reggaeton hit too. Yeah. So you got to remember, I would say my opinion on it. I think reggaeton took the front seat on that and kind of put Chicano rap a little behind. Really? I think because
right. Your opinion.
My opinion, because people could say that shit stopped and it didn't know. It took a backseat to that. That shit was popping. Anything to get these girls' asses shaking was popping. You can't knock them on that.
No.
So I think that Edom and Kool-Aid went a different direction.
Oh, okay.
My opinion. In my opinion, but it's kind of facts. You fucking see it. So
right. So you think that at first they were pushing the Chicano rap.
Yeah.
And then pretty much when reggaeton came in, it pretty much like this is more of a money maker, bigger market. Well, it's a business move.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's a business move. If that's what they did, you can't blame them for that. I get it. I understand it. Okay, so now that album drops, The Spanish Fly.
Yeah, Crime's Agony.
How long did you guys tour, or how far did that album take you guys?
We were linked onto the tour. Being part of the label, we had like front stage, like presence. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we were on radio. We had regular radio play. It was Smoker's Paradise.
Okay.
It had good play. It got played. The Baker Boys played. I remember that. I remember when they were bumping that shit when they were in. I don't know if they were in the northern area. I think they had that shit in rotation.
Bakersfield.
Yeah, they had it in rotation.
Yeah,
that was dope. I remember that. And then it was getting regular play on Power.
Mm-hmm. Now, before you guys did tours, did you ever perform before?
At house parties in the hood right here. I was killing it. But I know what my natural performance is because, dude, I used to DJ around here, house parties in Wilmington, and we'll party over here. So I would grab the mic and fucking just put a beat on and just kill it.
You used to DJ?
Yeah, I DJ'd because Mom seen the opportunity and everybody. We always had parties and shit, so she saw like, hey man, this is easy money. You got to fucking take care of the weekends and get that money.
Right.
So she was motivated. So when your parents motivated to get your equipment, you're blessed because she bought all the equipment like fucking one day and she's like, you're gonna be a DJ. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be a DJ. That's it. And for all the parties we have, you're gonna DJ.
Wow.
And then she took me to get records. That's when VIP was still popping.
Yeah, VIP.
And then, and there was another record store over there in down PCH in like the Harbor City area. VP, was it VP?
Oh no, WP or something like
WP Records.
Yeah. WP Records. I remember independent record store right there. Yeah, I remember them. Wow, I haven't heard that. Fuck, I haven't heard of that.
That's when, like, I had I would say, let me bring this is going back, but this is something I got to speak on. I had a little, like, before I met Daz, I had a little group. Mm-hmm. It was called UW, like Uncivilized. It's called Uncivilized. And I had my boy Angel. I had my boy Draft. I had Smokes, and we did a bunch of like tracks around here. That's what kind of got a buzz.
Okay.
It got a buzz for that because it was rapping over just like record instrumentals.
Right.
And then I had a little Philip burner, like the little Philip one, just one you get a DVD, no, a CDR.
Right.
You put that shit in, record, and then for you to dub the track, you had to put another fucking CD in, record over it. You had to, that was my dubbing. So I would do it like that. So but we were fucking buzzing. We had like 5-6 tracks.
No
and
shit.
Then I would burn them, and then my little brother used to take them to Banning. Hand them out, sell them for $1 or $2 and shit.
And what was the buzz you guys got from that?
Local buzz, man. It's local buzz.
Yeah.
But it was like you would hear like little mixtapes in the hood. You'll hear like my shit on there and the UW on there, and then you'll hear like Spike was on that shit. They had Spike on that. They had the local homies around here too. Toonie Tunes was on that shit. A bunch of fools. The homie that was in Mexiclan too, Carlos. He was part of Mexiclan after Mokes.
Yeah.
He was on that too. It was this local stuff. It was popping though.
That's dope.
So it made a buzz, and then when they heard me, they're like, "Oh, I remember those tapes." When Dad's heard it, I remember those little tapes you had around the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. So that was popping.
Now, do you still have any of those tapes?
Damn, I have. I probably have like one CD like to the side, but shit, man. If you guys got them, shoot them, because I need that shit.
Now, how old were you when you dropped those?
I was like fresh out of high school, or like I was at the end of high school, so I was like 17, 18.
17, 18 years old.
Yeah.
You went to Banning. Once a pilot, always a pilot, right?
Always a pilot. Will Ferrell said it best.
Yeah, that's right. He gave us a shout out.
Yeah, Will Ferrell.
He gave us a shout out. Okay, so now let's go through. You guys will start doing shows with or through Silent Giant. Okay,
yeah.
You guys take the stage. They give you the mic. Let's go. Do you get nervous?
You know what? Once I put that mic in front of me and I started rocking it, I wasn't nervous. I killed it. I felt that I was really confident when it came to performing. See, I wasn't like, okay, we have like the group now. My boy Mokes is the motherfucking hype man, jump fucking off stage, fucking, you know, just killing it.
Right.
What at that time it was Fino was like that. Rest in peace. Fino, he was the one that was like fucking turn up. But I was right there behind him. Like I was right there killing it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, but yeah, I wasn't nervous.
Now, did you ever, how would you say, ever forget your lyrics, bro?
Sometimes I would jump off for a second, but I jump right back on. We never got to a point where we got booed off stage. We never got to a point where we no, we didn't. We had shit thrown on the stage. But I just pick it up and drink that motherfucking brand new bottle. No, they could do whatever, throw shit. But yeah, I remember that. They threw shit on stage. I still remember that. But you see big ass brawls on stage too and all that. We got our flowers when we were doing the fly shit.
No shit.
Remember that Focus Spell Logo shit was popping. Like there's a lot of shit that people don't like about it, but it was popping at that time.
Yeah, at that time.
So
now, and that was around what, 2002, 2003, 4?
Nah, 4 or 5, a little bit up more to like I would say like almost like 6, 7, and then it's done. Then it wasn't done, but it was they're doing like interviews and shit.
Oh, so they pretty much like revamped their whole.
Yeah, they revamped the whole thing, and they went straight like streaming, I guess, or something like that. They were doing like interviews. They have King Lil G and shit on there. Yeah, and then Daz interviewed and a bunch of other artists.
That'll work, man. Okay, now you guys toured. How far did that take you guys? Like where could you say you guys went?
I would say like Seattle, more like Texas, Arizona.
Okay.
And a bunch of other places. I can't remember exact, but we did some big arenas. Like I think I don't know if it was in Houston.
Okay.
Where we did like a big old festival, like a park, and there was like 4 or 5 like setups around.
Really?
Yeah, we did it with we had people there from SPM's camp.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the Dope House.
Yeah.
They were doing shit with us too, and then it was a bunch of big artists, man. From Chingo Bling to even Night Owl was there. Night Owl and even who was there? Omar Cruz was Blunt's Law back then. He was signed to Ruthless. He was killing it. Diamonique was signed to Street Life. She was killing it. Diamonique was fucking hard.
Yeah.
And then who else was there? Damn. I can't remember, but there was a lot of people there. Mexiclan, like I said.
Yeah. Well, what was the biggest crowd or the biggest audience you've ever performed in front of?
We did a show in Seattle, and I remember that shit because it was in the paper. We did a show in Seattle, and the venue was it was a couple thousand in the venue. Really? And right the week before prior they had, I think it was I don't know if it was Ludacris or was it? No, it was who was Chingy signed to? You remember Chingy?
Yeah, I don't remember.
But whoever who was signed to, it was Chingy, and whoever who was signed to, they had a big crowd. You know, they had the brothers there right before, the week before.
Yeah.
And we sold that shit out. We sold it out. They didn't sell it out. We sold it out.
No shit.
I remember that, like it was Spanish. It was the tour. We sold that shit out, and they were talking about that the land community was only a small percentage. And it's like every fucking one was there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like everybody came to support. Yeah. Which was dope. It was in the paper and everything.
Yeah, see, today you cannot say that the Latin community, when I say Latinos, you know, the Chicano community, it's small or a small percentage. You can't say that, bro. Because especially here in LA, bro, we are hip hop's economy. I even go as far as saying California, we are hip hop's economy, bro. But you know what? Somebody said it here best. Chicanos are the greatest fans in the world, bro.
Yeah.
Are the greatest fans in the world. I just wish that we would support each other more and stop all the bullshit ass hating.
I agree.
You know, but you know what? I'll save that towards the end.
Yeah.
But now, you guys leave that alone. You're no longer on Silent Giant.
Silent Giant, no.
Okay. You go to work. Daz continues.
Yeah, Daz pushes.
Okay. Now you're back.
Yeah. No, now I'm back, yeah. I'm back now. Yeah, but it was a long ass break. I kind of regret it. I wish I would have continued because there was a lot of opportunity and a lot of things could have been movies, could have been other stuff.
Right, right. Okay, now, speaking about movies, well, no, he didn't make it. Oh, yeah, he was in the movie. Did you get a lot of slack last time I said that you look like Anton LaVey?
Nah, that evil vato?
That's saying this.
I got a lot of
Well, you
laughs
make
and
the
shit.
voice, bro.
But hey, man, good looking fucking evil guy. That's what it is. He looks like me. He's a good looking motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I didn't get a lot of slag. It was funny.
Hey, is that picture still up on your Instagram?
Yeah, I ain't gonna delete it. It's there, man. You can check it out.
With the giant Cheeto.
Yeah,
How did you say it?
It's your Theo with the giant Cheeto. Man,
Hey, when I fucking first heard that, bro, I thought like, what the fuck was that? But that shit was dope though.
it was inspired by, you know what? I was listening to that fucking what's Theo, the guy from what is it, 92.3 back in the days, and I was hearing the shit, and I heard that drop by Ice Cube, and I was like, oh fuck, that fool had. I remember when when they didn't know what he was, they didn't know he was his nationality. They thought he was a black guy. So when they found out who he was, they still gave him his flowers.
Yeah,
the bitches are still on him, but they're just like, oh shit, I didn't know he was a fucking, you know.
I saw a meme of him one time where they said that he was the first catfish because everybody thought that he was something else.
There's catfishes, but he still got him. He still got the bitches after. You can't knock him on that.
Yeah,
he still got him. It just it was a different look. It's different what they expected.
Right.
That is a catfish, though. You're right.
Okay. So you know what? Okay, really quick. When you said you DJ'd and your mom got you the equipment, were those turntables? Were they CD players or what was it?
It had a clean little deck as a dual CD player. So I had the dual CD player to go, to mix on it, and I had the two records. I had Techniques. I don't even know which ones they were because I wasn't even into it. I just know that they were fucking Techniques, and I was fucking it up. I learned how to ghetto scratch. I learned how to blend songs decent. I wasn't the best, but I wouldn't shit on a party.
Okay, you said ghetto scratch. What exactly is a
ghetto scratch? Done. That shit's done.
Oh, just throwing shit in.
Yeah, just throwing shit, not like all fucking tearing it up like you and Daz and shit.
Man.
I was just ghetto scratch, move the next song.
Right.
Keep the shit going.
Okay, now do you still DJ today?
Oh, no, man.
Do you still try?
They'd be like, hey, DJ for him. Like, I can't do that shit. I haven't done that shit in a long ass time. I'll ruin the fucking party, dude. I can't. Nah, no DJing for me. I'll play a CD that's already mixed.
Right.
And that's your DJ right there. Pay me.
Oh, most DJs today fucking get paid a lot of money and just sit back there and play pre-mixed sets already.
Oh shit! Well, fuck it. I'm a DJ.
A lot of those dudes do. They download that shit from YouTube and play that shit.
DJ.
Yeah.
500.
Now, does Daz still DJ for the group?
We haven't got to doing shows because of COVID.
Right.
He probably will.
Okay.
But my boy's he's a busy man. So he'll do it from here and there.
From here and there.
Like from time to time when he has it, when he's able to do it.
Right.
But yeah, he's just.
You know what's fucked up, man, is because this whole pandemic, bro, and believe me, I know there's people out there that have suffered and passed away from this pandemic, and my condolences to them.
Yeah.
But for a lot of artists that their livelihood depends on performing and
Dude, yeah.
And I'm not saying that this is more important than people's lives. I'm not saying that. But in the industry, people depend on performing, touring.
Definitely.
Go meeting and greeting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I kind of wonder, is this going to be the new norm?
We didn't depend on doing shows because we haven't got to that point. Right. My boy Any Means been doing shit forever. He never stopped. He continued off. But he has a big following already. So when we do shows, it's not going to be a problem because Spanish Fly has that big following. We have that sick ass album out.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of spitters and we can go out there and I know we could rock it because we all have experience in it. It's just dusting off the cobwebs for me and Mokes, but Mokes is a savage. That motherfucker, he's fucking everywhere. He ain't dusting shit off. He's been dusting it off doing these videos. If you see in the next video, you'll see him just tearing it up. And every video he does, he kills it. So, and then Any Means, he already has it down.
Yeah.
So it's just me and Daz basically dusting off the cobwebs and shit,
Right.
But it ain't gonna be a problem. And then when that shit comes, it's gonna be because we got shit lined up.
I mean, because I know you guys come lyrically, bro.
Yeah.
And I like that. I really, really like that. Now, back in the day, and I say back in the day, we're talking about late 80s, well, even mid 80s, late 80s and early 90s. There were dudes that used to call each other out, like as far as bar for bar. Me not being a rapper, do people still do that today?
Today, no. To be honest with me, let me tell this story. It's funny. Talking about bar to bar.
I
remember when Felly Fel used to have that rap thing, that rap contest on where he'll play that Woe beat.
Okay, yeah.
I was on that shit like 2 times, fucking it up. I fucked it up.
No shit.
Yeah, and then when he had all those contests where he would go to like Foot Locker and shit, I would go to that shit and I won 2 of those. I won 2 of those contests where I got like a free pair of shoes, a $100 gift card or some shit.
Now you would go to the store.
I would go to the store where he would be there,
okay,
set up for power,
okay,
and then people just battle, and I was battling people, and I was the only Latino there, and I was killing them.
No shit.
We'll drive, but my boy will take me out there. He'll force me to do that shit. Like, hey, dog, you're too talented. Go out there and show him how to fucking freestyle. And I was a sick ass freestylist. Yeah.
No shit, man. Now, okay, here's the interesting thing that I've learned from rappers. I've seen many rappers that are dope freestylists, like dope, but cannot write a song.
Yeah.
What I mean by write a song, it's almost like they're better and more at freestyling, okay? And then, of course, there's rappers that can write a dope-ass fucking song, but can't freestyle, okay?
There's a lot like that, man. Performances, too. A lot of people can perform their ass off when their song's not even that great.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know anybody. Like, you just see it. Like, you see some people are better performing or perform their song better than their fucking recorded version of it.
Okay. Now, and then, like, I've met singers that have a dope voice, but can't write shit. Like, so they need somebody to, what we call today, ghostwrite.
Yeah, don't fucking ghostwrite.
And then I know people that can write dope-ass songs, but can't sing or don't have the voice.
Yeah.
You know, and believe me, I worked with a lot of them because I teamed some up. I'm like, I know you can sing, but this girl has the voice. You gotta, you know, now, are there rappers like that where you gotta be like, this guy has a voice, but I'm gonna get somebody to write for, or I'm gonna write for you?
I don't fuck with them. I don't have nobody on the squad that does that. So there probably is some rappers out there. I know there is some rappers out there, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? We ain't part of that.
Oh, okay.
We all write our own shit and we fuck it up. We kill the game.
I'm going to ask you a goofy question because I have to ask you.
Yeah.
And I know it's kind of like a dumb question, but I have a point to it. Have anybody ever wrote for you?
No. I got like an idea of a word, but wrote for me, no.
Okay.
We all write our own shit.
Have you ever ghost wrote for anybody?
Fuck no. I would say it too. I'd be like, man, this motherfucker right here ain't writing shit. You know, but I haven't ghost wrote for anybody.
You know what's funny? Because back then, like during the NWA days, Eazy-E clearly said, Ice Cube writes the rhymes that I say.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and it was kind of like, oh, okay, cool.
He wrote Dre's, all that, everybody's.
Well, the thing was, because Eazy-E never denied that he was not a rapper. Like, you know, he would say, I'm not a rapper, pretty much.
Yeah.
But here's the funny part. Even though he rapped on my mixtapes, some were 8 bars, some were 16 bars.
Yeah.
He would write his shit to rap to the Roadium mixtapes. So when I would see him in my bedroom and he would write, Get Busy with Easy and Tony A on the 12 Techniques, see, It's a Steal, and Steve is promoting a dope ass shit by the Wizard at the Road. Like, he wrote all that shit.
He wrote his shit, yeah.
And when he rapped it, he was on time. But I'm like, fuck. And all these guys tell me that he couldn't rap. He was not a rapper. I thought he was.
Well, shit, he probably got used to it.
Yeah.
You know, he's learning from Dre.
Right.
And everybody, you know that he's gonna get used to it. And MC Ren wrote his shit too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah, remember, you think about it, like maybe Dre was real like technical, and what he said, like maybe that wouldn't have been good enough for what he was putting, so he made him rewrite it, or he'll have Q fucking put the little touches to it to make it better.
Right.
But yeah, so you know how Dre is. You just imagine how technical he is and how he critiques what you spit and make you write that shit over like 10 times.
Right.
Just to get it a certain way.
Okay, now, because we're running out of time, what can people, or once again, just refresh their memory on when the Spanish Fly album's coming out and when your album will be dropping. Just kind of recap it a little bit.
All right, my album is going to be dropping late January, early February, and that's going to be on 110 South Music. My boy Daz is producing the whole project. I'm going to have the Fly on that shit and a couple special guests on that too.
Okay.
And then the Spanish Fly album, we've been touching on it. We've been doing it because we all got, my boy Any Means got his project going. It's going to be dope. Mopes has his own project he's doing with Any Means too also, and with Daz. And then I'm doing mine. But we're working the Fly in between all that. So right now we have like 3-4 tracks for it that we already done. And we have, and then we're going to drop that. I would say the way that we work, I would say to be done like maybe like in about 4 months from now.
Okay.
The Fly one, that I'm pretty sure to be out.
Okay. Well, I know your Instagram's been popping up so people can follow you.
Yeah.
Now, if anybody hits you up and asks you, hey, bro, I need you to ghostwrite for me, would you?
Nah. I'll say yeah, and I'll just I'll put him on fucking Instagram. Tell me he needs to write his own shit.
Okay, why? I know, but if they're willing to pay you, why wouldn't you?
Fuck, you better, a couple G's, shoot it.
No shit.
I'll write one song for you. But you have to say my name on it.
No shit.
Yeah. You have to say my name on that shit.
Well, what if he says, I'll give you like 2 G's. I want you to write a whole fucking song, but I don't want nobody to know that it's you. Would you?
I'll ghostwrite for fucking Cardi B or one of them. You give me that bread.
Right.
But I ain't gonna ghostwrite for nobody. You gotta do your own shit.
Well, you heard it here first. Okay, now at this point, any shout outs you want to give?
Shout outs.
Take your time, bro.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to my cousin right here with me, Papito in the house. You know it. I want to give a shout out to the squad, Spanish Fly, my boy Any Means, Mokes, Daz. I want to give a shout out to everybody in UW, my boys. I know we're watching this shit right now. You should be. If you ain't, you better turn it on, rewind it. I want to give a shout out to all my kids, all 6 of them.
No shit.
Yeah, my kids are out there chilling at the house right now.
You've been busy.
Yeah, gotta stay busy. That's that break I took, huh? Fucking 6 kids, huh? I'm gonna give a shout out to my girl. Without her, it ain't possible. She supported me from beginning until just forever.
Right.
So she's my rock. And then I want to give a shout out to everybody from Wilmington, man. I want to give a shout out to you for having me on.
Hell yeah. Thank you, brother.
So we must thing. I want to give a shout out to my boy Rusty. That's for sure. R.I.P. in the video. You know, I got that one. My bad, Tony. R.I.P. music video coming soon. It's with me, Daz, and Any Means. And I have a remix, a San Diego remix. My boy Crook the Felon on it, and another special guest gonna be on it too.
Okay.
So that shit's coming too. So
that'll work. Hey, you know what? You know who just walked in the building?
And my boy Dracky too. My boy Dracky. House Ray.
You know who just walked in the building?
Yeah.
Playdeville.
My boy Playdeville.
Okay, everybody. So once again, we're gonna go ahead and take a 10-minute break. Make sure you call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody, and let them know that Johnny D of Spanish Fly is in the motherfucking house. So we'll be back in 10 minutes. Don't fuck around.
This is your Theo from 110 South, straight down your mouth, with Tony A, the Wizard. When Roadium radio's poppin', the taco stays drippin' and droppin'. With John motherfucking Pocket Pussy ELKINS. You know she felt it. So stay ready. It's gonna be a hard act to swallow. So take your Blue Chew and Spanish Fly and enjoy the groove.
of Wilmington. We keep it rockin'. So come on, shake it for me, CALI.
This is your Theo on Roadium Radio. The panties are popping, and it's non-stopping. Tony the Wizard.
And welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio episode 120. And this is the podcast that slaps you across your fat ass with a fat ass dick. So we're going to go ahead and just jump into it with my very, very special guests all the way from Victorville, Playdeville.
Yes, sir.
Playdeville. How you doing, brother?
Good, man. Just chilling. Having a good time right here. Vibing out.
How's the weekend so far?
Shit, we've been partying.
No.
Been partying, man.
Well, you're a bit young, so yeah, you can party, man.
Nah, yeah. The homies, man, I be saying I'm gonna chill out for a little bit, but the next thing you know, hey, let's go out. Fuck it, let's go.
We're doing the same old shit tonight. Yeah, okay.
Pretty much.
Okay, that'll work. And okay, so the weekend, let's go back to Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Did you watch any of the fight? The Canelo fight?
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I didn't watch it
too,
either.
but I ended up just partying and forgot about it.
No shit.
Yeah.
Are you a boxing fan at all?
No, yeah. I love watching it.
Okay. Favorite fighters?
Canelo's one of them. I grew up watching it with my pops, everything, fucking back to the De La Hoya, Mayweather, all them, you know, so it was something cool to watch.
That's dope. Now, I was talking to my boy Johnny because on Sundays, I'm a big football guy. I either eat some pozole or some menudo, and I'll just watch football all fucking day. Sometimes, I'm a huge Dallas Cowboy fan. Do you have a favorite football team?
Yeah, but the Chargers. But it was. I grew up watching them. My pops is from Mexico, raised in San Diego for a while, so the whole family just Chargers fans.
Okay. Now, how did you feel knowing, or did it even matter to you that they moved from San Diego to LA?
Nah, it didn't affect me in any way because I'm not from San Diego.
Okay.
I just grew up watching them because of my family.
Okay.
So,
is it kind of weird calling them LA Chargers, or do you just call them the Chargers?
It's Chargers to me, you know. Because even when it was San Diego, I wasn't even like worried about San Diego or LA. It's just the Chargers because my pops grew up raising me watching them.
Right. Okay. All right. Now, are you a basketball fan?
Yeah, Lakers.
Baseball fan?
I grew up playing baseball.
No shit.
Yeah.
Any good?
I was a third baseman. So I played for like 10 years.
Really?
Yeah, from like 6 years old till about like 10th grade.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But as a team, I go for the Dodgers. I rock with them, but I don't say like, I'm a diehard fan for any team.
Like you don't follow it religiously or anything like that? Okay. Now, I hate to even say this. Is there a team, and I hate to use this word because it's such a strong word, in football because you like the Chargers.
Yeah.
Is there a team that it's a rival that you just hate?
The Raiders. You know, that's how it goes. I mean, it's like you said, it's religious, it's mandatory.
Right, man.
And I go, and that's the thing, because I'll be with the homies right here. We always get together for the games. We drink and watch them, and we're always betting, just chilling and talking shit to each other.
Okay, now where originally are you from?
Victorville.
Okay. I mean, I know I announced that, but in case, because you said your father was from Mexico.
Yeah.
San Diego. Durango.
Yeah.
And San Diego, and then Victorville. That's where you pretty much.
Yeah, he moved out to Barstow. He was out there because my grandpa was with the railroad, Santa Fe.
Okay.
So they moved out there, and then he ended up moving to Victorville.
Okay. And you never moved around?
Victorville my whole life, born and raised. I lived a little bit like in Ontario and stuff like that. After I was like 18, 19, I moved out there for a bit, but I've been in Victorville my whole life.
You ever plan like, let me move to LA, the city where it's busy?
If the music pops off for me, like I'm hoping it does, and I'm gonna have to. I think so eventually.
No shit.
Yeah, get closer to.
Well, one thing about LA, I like to say this is Hollywood. That's what I like to call it, because people.
I mean, everything's out here, so.
Everything is out here.
Yeah.
Back in the day, and I'll say this because I'm an older cat, in the 80s, a lot of people wanted to go to New York because they thought that's the mecca of hip hop. Mm-hmm. That's the mecca of rap. That's where it's at. That's where b-boying, as far as breaking is concerned, that's where rap or hip hop started in the Bronx.
Yeah.
So everybody wanted to go out there. Now, in the mid 90s, I started meeting my legends, people, like Grandmaster Flash, Curtis Blow, people that came out in the early 80s.
Yeah.
I met them all out here, and I'm over here like, what are you guys doing out here? You guys are New York.
Well, that's pretty much what it is, because, I mean, you think of all the artists that pop off over there,
right.
They end up over here, L.A.
And that's what happened. They're all over here now. I got my boys that live in New York that now want to come and live over here. Like, this is where it's at. And this is, if I can just call it, Hollywood, the place of opportunity, bro. You know, LA.
Well, definitely. If you're in that industry, you need to be involved with this side.
Yeah.
Like, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Now, growing up in a Mexican home, what type of music would you say that you were raised with? Like, what would your mother or your father play?
Like, I grew up on, I already knew when I heard it in the mornings, hearing the cumbia, it was time to get up and clean. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Waking up, I forgot the name, like Los Angeles, or just those cumbia songs, you know, just, if I hear them, I know them definitely. But as of names, because I don't bump them or nothing.
Right.
I would hear them.
So mostly majority Spanish music.
No, Spanish music, and my pops on the old school, all that. Stevie B, Johnny O, all that.
Oh, so that was more like freestyle music.
No, yeah, my pops was into that.
Okay, that's cool, man. Yeah. Your pops ever DJ or anything?
Nah, nothing.
Okay, because I know a lot of guys that lived out that way, and they were more like freestyle DJs. They just played a lot of that expose, like in the songs that you mentioned. Now, you mentioned that you played baseball growing up. You play any other sports?
I played basketball like a year or two. I tried football for 1 year, but I stuck to baseball for the most part.
All right, that'll work.
I started as a kid, like that was the first sport I played, and that's the one I stuck with.
Okay, no soccer, no nothing like that.
No.
Okay, no football, nothing.
I did football for 1 year.
Oh yeah? What position did you play? You remember?
Defensive end, but it wasn't really my thing. Like I didn't stick to it. I didn't like it.
Okay, now your earliest memories that you can remember when you first heard or you were introduced to rap music.
So I was like probably 5, 6 years old.
5 or 6 years old. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember. I was we were at a swami. I was with my grandma, and my mom was at work, and I asked my grandma to buy me a CD. She didn't know what it was. It was the Dr. Dre Chronic 2001. She bought it for me without knowing what it was. I took it home. I started bumping it. My mom came home. She heard what I was bumping. She whooped my ass and took that shit away.
No shit.
Yeah, she's like, "What are you doing?" You know, she didn't. You just hear all the words and everything. I was just like,
wow.
She couldn't stop me from it though.
So you were introduced to, if you will, hip hop through the Chronic album.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 94, born and raised, like born 94. So I was a little young. I was young, but I was already like paying attention to it and stuff. So
right. Favorite song, if any, off of that album?
Shit, I would say "Fuck You."
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay. What was it about that song that stood out?
It was just catchy, just the beat, everything.
Mine, I'd probably have to say G-Thing.
Oh yeah, no, that's on.
Oh, you're talking about 2001.
2001.
Okay, my apologies. I'm talking about the first Chronic album.
Yeah. No, G-Thing, that's a classic.
That's a fucking classic, bro. Fuck, man, those two records, the first Chronic, the second Chronic, I still say changed music.
No, they did definitely.
Definitely
even to this
changed
day,
music.
20 years plus, they're still classic albums. Like, anytime it comes on, it's like the party's jumping.
Yeah, man, I remember especially when I heard. Remember 187 on the cover card, because that was when Snoop was first introduced.
Yeah.
Boy, I'll tell you what, just that fucking beat alone, bro. When they would come on, bro.
Nah, that shit was cold back then. It's a lot different from now.
Yeah.
It's a lot different.
Now let me ask you this: do you listen to a lot of today's artists?
Yeah, no, not like mainstream. I listen to a lot of like the upcoming rappers, like the more on the gangster tip.
Okay.
There's still a lot of rap that's still on that side, and I stick more to that. I don't really listen to the mainstream shit.
Okay, so you don't really listen to too much radio then?
No, honestly, not at all.
Really?
Yeah, I stick to YouTube, whatever I find on YouTube, and I just Instagram whoever I come across that I think is dope. I just rock with them.
You know what? And that's one thing that I'm really learning a lot from this generation, because I've gone to a lot of my friends' house, and none of their kids really listen to the radio, okay? A lot of them are on YouTube.
That's where you find everything.
Yeah, you know, and I mean...
As far as the radio, you're just gonna... Any radio plays the same stuff back to back, whatever, like the main hits, you know? And,
right.
But a lot of that stuff is not even it's just pretty much the pop stuff, I would say.
Right.
As far as rap, you don't hear too much of the rap shit on the radio.
No, you're going to hear probably the same old 10 songs played over and over.
No, definitely, even probably less than that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Because, you know, my generation, we grew up on radio. You know, we would turn the dial. Oh shit, that's the song right there, and we would have to wait and just fucking surf the radio stations just to find your song. Today, I know it's easier and it's probably better because of technology that we can just type in the song and listen to it anytime we want.
No, yeah, definitely. Because I can't say I've heard a new song on the radio that I was like, oh, damn, dope. Because honestly, I don't remember the last time I put the radio on.
Right. Yeah. You know, here's what I think is different. And let me give you somewhat of a picture of what it was back then. And I think it'll help younger generation appreciate not only our generation, but what we... the excitement that we went through when a new song dropped. For an example, say that today, I don't know, name any new artist, let's just say YG.
Yeah.
YG drops a new song, okay? We can go to YouTube right away or Spotify or all major platforms.
That's where I find out about it, or Instagram.
Right. And we hear it instantly, correct? Say that back then, when we're talking about late 80s or early 90s, or maybe sometimes even throughout the 90s, let's just say that NWA dropped the record, a new album, okay? We literally would have to go to the record store, hope that they would have it, you know, on vinyl or cassette or maybe even CD, okay? If they didn't have it, you go to another record store, sold out. You go to another record store, you're sold out. Now you're calling up homies, do you got that cassette? Yes, can you dub it for me? I'll give you $5. Because we were dying to hear those songs. So the anticipation for hearing new songs was so, if you will, we were passionate about our music. Swap meets, you mentioned it earlier, was a big thing for me and for a lot of people.
Yeah.
There was a guy named Steve Yano, he passed away, may he rest in peace. I used to call him and I was like, hey, dude, do you have this record? Like, yeah. Okay, it would be like a Wednesday. I just heard it played on K-Day, which was a radio station back then. Comes Saturday and I'll have it for you. I gotta wait now 3 days. So it was a good thing and also somewhat of a bad thing, but the anticipation was great.
No, yeah, I bet. I mean, I can't say I was really raised on that era, but I remember growing up, I was on LimeWire, shit like that, trying to cop whatever I could, but I was already on a new era, you know, where I was finding stuff online, shit like that. But as far as like dubbing a tape and all that, I mean, I would burn everything off the computer and shit like that. But as far as doing all that, having to go to the record store, I can only imagine.
Yeah. Okay. So now, would you say, and I'm not saying you don't appreciate today's music, but would you say when it comes to rap, you're more of a old school head? Like you
Definitely.
Now, let me ask you this. You being a youngster, when I say a youngster, it's like you're younger than me. That's what I'm referring to. What is it about the older music that you can appreciate, or what is it that it has that it doesn't have today?
I just feel it's more real. Real, more creativity. More originality, you know?
Okay. And now, I asked my boy, Johnny D, this question, and I ask pretty much every rapper, okay? Now, when it comes to East Coast, do you listen to any East Coast music at all?
Honestly, no.
Okay.
I would say, I mean, like you said, I'm from a younger crowd. Like, probably, I mean, I fuck with Biggie, certain songs. Nah, I can't say I love everything about him, but Biggie.
Okay.
And 50 Cent. That's probably when I got into it. You know,
okay.
When 50 dropped his first album, I was like in 3rd, 4th grade.
Okay.
So
that's
pretty much, I got into that. But as far as like all the other shit, Wu-Tang, all that, nah, I never really bumped none of that.
Right, it just really wasn't your style.
Nah.
Okay. Now, when it comes to West Coast, you're more of a West Coast cat.
No, definitely.
Okay. Now, if I were to ask you your top 5 West Coast albums, if you could maybe, if you can't name the albums, maybe name the artist. They don't have to be in order. You know what I'm saying? Like your top 5 West Coast albums, at least in your opinion.
I'd probably say Doggy Style.
Okay.
From Snoop.
Yeah.
Even The Last Meal. That one's a dope one.
Okay.
Dre, for sure. The Chronic. Tupac. Most of all this stuff. I like the East Siders.
Okay.
Different stuff like that. But, I mean, there's a lot of them.
Right.
Off the top of the head, I mean, I can go on. But I grew up listening to all the West Coast. Now,
you ever see any of those guys perform?
Yeah, actually, I've opened up for Dog Pound.
All right.
I've opened up for I've opened up for Bone Thugs, Dog Pound, a lot of different artists, but yeah, one of the West Coast legends was Dog Pound. I opened up for them before.
Okay. Now, I have to ask this because for some reason people get my words jumbled up and they get their panties in a bunch. Are you a fan of Chicano rap, and do you consider yourself a Chicano rapper?
I grew up bumping Chicano rap, definitely. You know,
Okay.
like they set the wave.
Yeah.
For sure. But I mean, I know I probably feel like I was set in that category from the beginning, you know, but if I am still in that, which I don't think I am, I'm trying to get out of it. No disrespect to them, you know, I got nothing but love for the OGs and everybody that made the way, you know, because I grew up bumping them, Lil Rob, Mr. Capone, Criminal, Lil Cuete, all them. I grew up bumping all of them.
Yeah.
But that's just not the lane I'm trying to stay in.
Okay.
You know?
Now let me answer this because I think this is an important question. Why not? Because, you know, what you just said, there's many people that will agree with you.
Yeah.
And then there's
Definitely.
many people that will say, dude, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
Yeah.
But you know what? You're staying in your lane and this is what you want to do. So,
because at the end of the day, like, it closes doors for you. When you're just labeled in that, you're going to stick to that. I'm trying to do this shit on a whole nother way, a whole route to where there's no limits to me.
Right.
You know? If I get a beat right now and it still sounds on that tip, and if I could rip it, I'm gonna do it, you know, because I'm gonna stick to the roots. But I feel like I can do way much more than just that.
Right.
So I'm gonna go with whatever I feel I can do, and I feel like I can do way more than that.
Yeah.
But I have no grudge, no judgment towards whoever's doing that, because at the end of the day, that started a whole lane for us. You know, anybody that was Mexican and rapped at one point was labeled that.
Yeah.
And whoever branched off, that's cool. You know, let them do it. And whoever stood to it, that's cool too.
Right.
But I don't want to stay in that lane.
Right.
I don't.
You know, and the majority of the people that I've interviewed, or even if I didn't interview them, but I know them like just on the street and they rap,
Yeah.
it's almost like it's 50-50. Many of them say, you know what, yeah, I am a Chicano rapper. Some would say I'm a Chicano that raps.
That's what I would say I am, I think.
But I don't consider myself a part of that genre, okay? Yeah. And like for an example, some people would say, you know what, I don't want to be considered a Chicano rapper even though I'm Chicano. Can I consider myself just an artist?
That's how I see it. That's how I think I should be, because there's a lot of like Mexican, Hispanics, whatever race, but they're that, but they're way bigger, you know. There's so many different artists out there.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. The sad thing is that there are people that would get upset because they believe that you're not embracing who you are, but who you are is an artist.
No, yeah, definitely. Because, you know? I mean, just because you're a Mexican, like there's a lot of the Chicano rappers or whatever that are just like banged out cholos, you know.
Right.
I mean, there's different styles and different categories to that.
Right.
And I just feel like, yeah, we may have grew up that way, but people evolve.
Yeah.
I don't want to stay that orale ese rapper type, you know?
Right.
But like I said, you know, I have nothing against it, because I'll still go back and bump the old shit I used to bump.
Yeah.
You know, every now and then when I'm feeling like going down memory lane or reminiscing, I'll still bump them, you know, shout out to them.
Right, right. You know, it's kind of a shame that us just discussing, having a conversation about this offends people.
No, it does, because it's definitely, you're categorizing that.
Yeah.
And people feel like you got to stay to one, but there's so much out here that you can do to just stick to one lane.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's backtrack a little bit. Around what time or how old were you when you first decided to take rap somewhat, like, let me just go ahead and dabble in and start writing? But how old were you?
It's probably like 15.
15 years old?
15, yeah.
Okay. Did anybody inspire you or encourage you? Were you hanging around with somebody and you said, fuck it, let me try it too? How did that come about?
Yes, it started like, I met one, like an old homie in high school, and his cousin was rapping. He was rolling with a certain group that I ended up starting off with.
Right.
And I was just hanging out with them, and they would tell me like, oh, you should try it. So I was just like, fuck it, I'll play on like old school beats. Like the first rap I ever wrote to was Sally Cells Going Down. That's the first time I ever decided to write a rap, was to that beat.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I ended up just doing that, and for a couple years I ended up just hanging around with them. And I would say after I was like 18, like right out of high school, I ended up going to the studio with them, and I was just chilling, drinking, vibing, and they had a song. They needed an extra verse. Oh, you got something for this? I showed them. They had me hop on, and from that's when it went.
Wow. Okay. Now, you start writing You start rapping. You let the homies hear it. What is the response that you're getting?
Nah, they were fucking with it.
Really?
Yeah, because in high school, I was just showing like the girls at school, you know, like, oh, check this out, you know, showing homies, just trying to show off, you know, trying to be cool. So I would fuck around at school, and then that's when the first time I recorded, I was already out of high school. It was like right after high school.
Okay. Now, when you say you recorded, I like to ask a little detailed questions because sometimes it trips me out when I hear the way some of these artists recorded. Some people would say I recorded off of a karaoke machine.
Nah, it was a legit studio. Like it was
a legit studio.
Yeah, they had their own. They had their own shit going already. You know, they were doing their thing for a while.
Okay, so up to this point, before you go to this legit studio, did you have songs already written and songs already produced, or were you just rapping off of instrumentals?
I was just rapping. I just had shit written on my phone for whatever beat I was messing with.
Okay.
And when they hit me up with that beat and they showed me and I was there, that verse happened to match that beat. So I got on and it was cool.
Okay. Now, what was that first experience like? The reason why I asked is this. I've met a lot of rappers that can rap their fucking ass off. Really fucking dope. Mm-hmm. But here's the difference. I like to tell people, because I learned this from Dre when he told other artists, you're a rapper, but I'm going to make you an artist. So when they stepped into the vocal room, they couldn't rap or stay on time because the majority of the time that they rapped, they freestyled and it was never really over a beat.
Yeah.
It was just like some cypher shit, okay? Now they get into the studio and they have a hard time staying on beat. Did you have that problem?
Honestly, not. Like, I locked it in. Like, as soon as I got in there, it went.
No shit?
I tripped out on myself, too, because I was tripping on my voice. That was the main thing. You know, I've never recorded anything. When I heard my voice, like, damn, that shit sounds weird. It's not me. But as far as, like, the delivery, like, I had delivery down. Because I already rapped. I had already showed that verse to, like, so many people, you know, like, trying to just play to everybody. So I had that verse. I didn't even have to read it. I had it locked down. And I went in there. The beat went perfect with it. But the delivery was on point. I was just more tripping on my voice. I didn't think it sounded like me. Right.
Okay. You know what? And that was going to be my next question, because I like to ask people this question, that many times when they go into the studio, they record, they play back, you listen. The majority of people have told me, I didn't like what I heard.
No, I was tripping. I was like, that shit don't sound like me. You know, but you get used to it, I guess, you know. Because when we did that one, I ended up doing 2 songs that night. 2 songs.
Okay.
So my first time ever recording, I left with 2 tracks.
Okay, and these are all you, or?
No, I was features on
okay,
on
features.
Other people's albums.
Now, do these songs ever get released?
Yeah, they're on the other people's mixtapes. You know?
Okay.
I was originally from a group. I started off with them, you know, but I recently just branched off and started doing my own thing.
Okay, and if you don't mind me asking, because sometimes I don't know if there was bad blood, can you mention the name of the group?
Yeah, it was Ski Mask Mafia, MSM.
Okay. Now, so you pretty much branched out on your own.
Yeah.
But now, when they released those 2 songs on the mixtapes, what was the response on the street?
I started getting some love, a little bit of love, you know, like, I mean, I was the new cat on part of the group, and they didn't really know who I was, but I was getting good feedback. I posted it on my Facebook back then, on the YouTube, and people were rocking with it.
That'll work, man. That'll work. Today, well, before we get into what you're doing and when people can expect new stuff from you or whatnot, let's talk a little bit about that group. When did you join that group?
About that time, I was like 18. I mean, I started kicking with them when I was probably like 16, 17.
Okay.
And I didn't drop my first track with them until I was about 18.
Okay, so this was pretty much, you were with them for quite a while then, if I'm correct.
Oh, yeah. Long time. I mean, they definitely showed me the ropes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I probably wouldn't have been a rapper if it wasn't for them, to be honest with you.
Okay. Now, you had mentioned that you had performed with or opened up for other artists.
It was all with them. All the shows I did was with them.
Okay, so now you go perform. Do you still remember the first time you went up on stage?
Yeah, it was a trip.
Yeah? Okay, walk us through it. They give you the mic, let's go.
Well, at that time, they had their whole set. You know, they were opening up. We were opening up for Bone Thugs, I believe.
So this was your first show then?
Yeah, and it was a huge show. It was at the Observatory in Orange County.
No shit.
So it was packed. It was sold out. It was for Bone Thugs.
Were you like?
Oh, I was tripping. I was 18.
Like me not being a rapper, how do you calm down for that?
I just drank. Before I went on, you know, I just drank, and I caught a cool buzz. But honestly, I could say I feel like I blacked out when I was up there. Not because I was drunk. It's just that I got up there and I was so nervous. I remember I only had one verse to spit because it was a group song we did. I was on there, when my time came on, I just remember I rapped it. Next, I blinked and it was over. I don't remember, but
no shit.
We got love. Yeah, the first time it was like I kind of just like, I don't know.
You know, a lot of rappers have told me this, and once again, I'm not a rapper, but a lot of rappers have told me that time goes by fast when you're up there. Some people said time goes by slow.
You just can't look at the crowd. That's one thing I learned. When you look at them, you start tripping because you feel like they're looking right at you, or you just gotta look like right above them, right above them.
You know what? And that's one thing that I've learned DJing, because there will be times that I'd be setting up my turntables when either Quick or somebody that I was DJing for would go up, and sometimes the crowd would be like this close to me. And there's possibly 1,000, 500, 800. Like if it's a House of Blues, maybe like 500 people there.
No, yeah, like the observatory we were at, like it was packed.
And people are just looking at you. And I always tend to look towards the back wall.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get nervous anymore, but I've always learned that every once in a while when they're rapping and I'm cutting and scratching, then I take a look at the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of see who's out there or whatnot. But I don't think I can rap, bro. Well, not that I ever tried. But I don't consider myself a rapper. I consider myself a producer, DJ, mixtape guy, director, podcaster now. But I don't think I would be able to cut it and go out there in front of the crowd and rap, bro. Like that's just.
And that's the crazy part, because I'm not one of those. I'm not very outgoing. Like you can ask the homies. We go out and everything. These fools, they'll be talking to girls. We'll be out, and I'm just right there in the cut, just chilling. Like, and people trip out like, "Oh, you rap?" Like, yeah, like. Cause I'm very to myself. I'm very quiet. But when it comes time to do shit like that, like I don't know. I just blink everything else out and I get to it.
Right. Okay, that'll work, man. Check this out. We're gonna go ahead and press pause right there. We're gonna take a 10-minute break. We're gonna come back, and I want you to tell people when we come back, what you're working on now. When is it gonna be released? Individuals, whatever. Okay. Definitely. Okay, everybody, once again, make sure you call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody, let them know that Playdeville's in the motherfucking building. We'll be back 10 minutes. Make sure you guys go get yourself a fucking Modelo, because it's about to get good, real good. You'll call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Roadium Radio is live up in this biatch.
Roadium Radio. Roadium Radio.
This is your Theo on Roadium Radio. Pull your panties to the side and enjoy the ride. Tony A, the Wizard.
It's
Welcome back, everybody, to Roadium Radio, episode 120. And we're just going to go ahead and jump butt naked right back into it with...
Playdeville.
Playdeville in the motherfucking building. How you doing, bro?
Chilling, man. Having a good time right here, vibing out.
I see you guys Pacifico right there.
Yeah, man.
Is that your favorite beer of choice?
It's what I'm rocking with right now. You could pass me a Modelo, Corona, or Pacifico. One of those three. I don't care. I'll drink them.
No shit. Okay, you know what? Let me ask you a question. Because I have a hilarious fucking story. How old were you when you first drank your first beer?
Shit, like 10, 11.
No shit?
Yeah.
And how did that come about?
I just grabbed one out the fridge. Family party, I grabbed one real quick.
Okay, what kind of beer was it?
A Budweiser.
A Budweiser?
That's what my pops drinks till this day. Forever, that's all he drinks.
No shit. Okay. I think I was probably about your age, and my dad used to work at a taller, meaning like a body shop. He used to fix cars and shit, okay? And he used to buy a six-pack, un seis, of Coors. That's what he used to drink.
Yeah.
So one day I woke up like 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, as a kid, maybe about your age, about 10. Yeah. I was thirsty as fuck. And what he used to do, he used to pop open the can, you know, take a swig, and then get a little piece of paper and cover the hole, I guess, so the gas or whatever wouldn't come out. So it wouldn't be flat. And one day I just like, okay, nobody's up. First time. And I took a fucking swig, and I swear to God, I spit that motherfucker out because you know what beer tasted like to me? Like it wasn't done.
Nah, it was nasty back then. I remember it was nasty. Dude. I just wanted to be cool, so I just wanted to try it.
Okay, now when was the first time you got drunk?
That time.
Off of that one beer?
No, I kept drinking.
Oh, shit.
I kept drinking, yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say I probably took a sip when I was younger. Like, I think my dad gave me a sip. I was younger. Like, oh, just try it. Just know this is what it is. I don't want you doing it. But I ended up just trying it later. And, yeah, I started like messing around, like trying to drink and party like real young. Because where I grew up, I had older neighbors. And they were already, I was like 10 and they were already like 15, 16. And I was hanging out with them and they're already trying to, they were already active, you know, doing little dumb shit. So I was just rolling with them trying to keep up. So they would drink, they would smoke. So I was doing all that dumb shit with them.
Okay. Yeah. I think I was like, I want to say maybe 19 years old. And I was DJing a bachelor party. Okay. Oh, man. First time ever tasting Jack and Coke. You know, Jack Daniels whiskey.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was, you know, mixing it, drinking, DJing. After a while, bro, I was like looking at the needle like, you know, it was weird because I was 19 years old. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So and then after a while, I said, fuck, you know, I feel good. I feel good. And the music's playing. Grabbed the bottle. And I was like, doom, 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 doom.
Oh, shit. It was over.
Dude, like, and after a while, I was like, you know, my head was spinning, you know, because, again, I was just a youngster. And I told my friend, hey, I'll be back. I'm going to go outside. I went in his truck, because we had a big old truck where we used to carry all our equipment. We were mobile DJs. Dude, I threw up all over that motherfucker, bro.
Oh, I've had a couple days like that.
Oh, dude. You know, and then you wake up the next morning, your fucking head is pounding. Boom,
it happens,
boom,
I'm telling you,
boom. It's terrible, bro.
I've had plenty of those.
Terrible. But anyways, I don't want to get into what my dad actually gave me to cure the hangover. My dad gave me one thing and it cured it instantly. And I still believe that if he had it, he could make $1 million, bro.
What?
See, I don't know. See, I didn't know what it was, but one day he gives me like water, okay? He puts a little cube in it, but he said, I can't tell you what it is. It looked like a little cube because I can't tell you what it is. He said, because you're going to want to get drunk all the time, and now you know you have the cure.
Yeah.
Okay? He squeezed lemon, and he put one other thing. And he goes, when I stir it, it's all going to come up. Go outside and just down it, okay? And I said, all right, cool, whatever. So he drops that little cube in there with the water and whatever other ingredients with lemon, stirred it. That motherfucker shot up. I drank that motherfucker. And he said, you're going to get ready to throw up. And I said, all right. That motherfucker, everything came up. I threw up, and it was almost like after I threw up instantly, it was gone. It was weird. And I said, ¿Qué fue eso? Like, what was that? And he goes, party's over.
I need that cure shit because I still have those days too, so I need that.
Right.
Get the recipe.
Yeah. Okay, brother. So let's fast forward from you were a teenager, you were with this group. Well, let me ask you this. How many years total, if you can remember, were you with this group?
I would say about 10 years.
10 years.
I started rocking with them when I was about 17. And I recently went solo a year ago this month. Yeah, in December last year is when I went solo.
Okay. Now, like I'm not going to ask why you decided to go solo, because I don't know if there was any beef or whatever, and I don't like to get into all that stuff.
Yeah.
But like, let me ask you, while you were with those, did anything good come out of it?
No, yeah, they definitely showed me the ropes. I got nothing but love for them at the end of the day. Whatever happened, it is what it is.
Right.
I still wish them the best.
Of course.
But I was rolling with them since I was a little youngster, and I mean, I'm not that old now, but I mean, it's been 10 years.
Right.
And I just think we outgrew each other,
Well, I mean, it happens. I mean, you look at groups like NWA. There was so much talent.
So many people trying to do one thing at one time, and it just, it gets in the way of other people.
Yeah.
Other people trying to do this, trying to do that, and it just makes it seem like everybody's stepping on each other's toes. And it just, tension grew. We just left it at that,
Right. Okay.
At the end of the day, I wish them nothing but love and respect, Do their thing. They're still doing their thing, Shout outs to them.
When you were in the group, how many people were actually in the group?
It's about like 6 of us.
See, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's too much for everybody trying to do the same thing.
Yeah,
I would say. And now that I've been through it, I would say it's
right.
I mean, you see what group can you say right now that didn't break up or somebody didn't?
Of course. I mean, because sometimes it could be ego problems. I'm better. No, I'm better. No, I'm better. The group ain't good without without me. Type of thing.
It's a little bit of all of that.
Yeah, or it could just be so much talent there that it just can't be caged. People need to venture out.
Yeah.
I mean, Wu-Tang did it. Wu-Tang Clan did it. But a lot of groups did that. But now that you have ventured out on your own, do you like being on your own compared to being in a group?
Yeah, I
really?
do.
I mean, I know it's obvious, but like, what would you say is like the major difference? You don't have to answer to nobody.
I do what I want and I drop when I want. At that time, I was kind of just sitting in the background waiting for my name to get called up.
Oh, okay.
Like, I want to do this, but I gotta wait, or chill out because I'm gonna do this. But right now, like, when I was with them, I dropped 2 projects. Or 3 in 10 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I could have done a lot more. I left last year and I dropped an album in August. I dropped 6. I had 7 tracks on the album. I dropped six videos from August till now, back to back. And I just feel like my numbers, my everything has gone up just in these last 6 months than what it has in.
Okay. And
when I was with them.
6 months ago, that was your first project?
No.
Okay, let's backtrack.
My first solo project.
Right, no, that's what I mean. Like yours. So you walked away from this group. You started your.
I had 2 solo albums with them, but I was under that group.
Okay.
It was all under under the other people. Like, however, it went. We did it their way.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I would do videos to certain songs that they told me I should do.
Okay.
Or do this, do that. Which was cool, I understand because I was learning. You know what I'm saying? They showed me the ropes, but I wanted to do so much more. And I was just I had to wait. I was just more on the waiting game, like when I was told it was okay for me to do something.
Yeah.
And right now, I've been going ham. Just whatever I feel like dropping. If I feel like dropping the track tomorrow that I got sitting in the email, I'm going to just drop it.
Right.
It's just whatever I want to do.
So your first solo album with them, what was the name of the album in case people want to look it up?
One of Them Nights.
One of Them Nights.
I dropped that in 2014.
2014, and it's just you, or did you have features?
I had features. Well, mostly just the homies from the group.
Okay, the homies from the group. Who produced it? Do you produce at all?
No.
Okay.
No. It was Beats by Talent.
Okay.
And he's at the group I was with, Ski Mask. That's their producer. I'm telling you, like, everything I learned was with them. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like,
correct.
Everything I started off with, everything I did was with them. With Ski Mask, with YB and all them. They put me on game. I could say they made me an artist to start off with.
Right. Okay. But your first album drops with them. What was the response?
It was pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the tracks that I did with YB back then, produced by Talent, it's at like 14 million views right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. What was the name of that song?
With the Business.
And people can still find that?
Oh yeah, it's on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. So now, how many songs were on that first album?
I think 11.
11. Did you do a lot of visuals?
I did 2 visuals for that album.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now, how long did you let that album ride before you released your second one?
Shit, I dropped the second one, I think 2018.
So
I'm saying like it was just like a lot of just a waiting game, you know.
So what was the year difference from the first one?
14 to 18.
4 years.
4 years.
Wow. So you had to wait 4 years.
So I wasn't really doing much, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I was rolling with a group that's doing their thing. Yeah.
Right. And there's a lot of artists.
Yeah, they're doing their thing. You know, they're coming up. I was in a lot of rooms and places that I probably wouldn't have got there by myself, definitely. But I just feel like at this point, like I got to get it on my own, you know? I can't just sit there and wait.
Right.
You know?
Okay. So now, second album drops.
2018.
Okay, what's the name of that one in case people want to look it up?
All Out.
All Out. Okay. And is that on all major platforms?
Yes.
Okay. Now, back to the first album. What was your favorite song off of that album?
It's crazy because I don't even like that album, to be honest. Now that I go back to it.
Why?
I just, what I'm doing now and everything, like I look back and I don't like it.
Okay, if I had to twist your arm and ask you to pick a song, would it be any of the video songs?
Maybe Getting It With the Business was cool, you know, but I don't know. I honestly, like, I don't remember the last time I played that album. I don't listen to it. You know?
Okay. Second album, who produced it? Same?
I had a lot of beats from YouTube, but also I have a couple beats from Talent as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many songs were on that album?
I think 10 or 11 as well.
Okay, so you just kept it around 10 or 11.
Yeah.
Okay. And any features?
On that one, no, just the homies from the group as well.
Okay. Did that album do better than the first one?
About the same.
Okay.
Yeah. I had 3 visuals for that one.
Were you happy with the results?
Yeah, because I felt like those songs were better.
Okay.
Yeah. But with what I just dropped now, I think it's topped everything I've ever done.
Okay, so now we're going to get into that. So you dropped your second album, 2018, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it was around there, yeah.
Okay, so now you left, and what was your first project or single, if you will, on your own?
I sat back for a while and I started working on the album, and I just dropped it in August.
Okay. Now, because I like that, I'm a guy that I love detail.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you leave. Are you still working with that producer, or do you find other?
I literally had to find everything because I was recording with them. They had their studio and everything. I literally just left with nothing. Like I was going to like 4 or 5 different studios just trying to find my sound again because I was so used to one sound.
Right.
There was like a couple songs that I probably recorded about 3, 4 different times because I wasn't content with how it sounded in the places I went to.
Okay.
So I spent a lot of money on this last project because it was more just wasting money because I was just trying to find my sound. I already had the songs done, but I went and recorded here, there. I didn't like it. So I kept going and getting the song done until I found what I liked. My sound, as far as that.
So is this sound different from the last 2 albums?
Definitely. I think I feel like I'm a whole new artist.
So lyrically, even like.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just more free. I could do what I want, you know, like.
Right.
You know, there was a lot of times where I would record songs, and if they didn't agree with it, it didn't drop. You know, I understand where they're coming from too, but I just feel now I would have a hard time writing back then because I was like, oh, they're not gonna like it. It's not gonna drop. So what's the point?
Right.
So now I'm just like, I'm the one that says yes or no at the end of the day now.
Okay.
And I love that.
Now let's talk about this album. It dropped in August, you said?
Yes.
Okay. How many songs are on that album?
7.
So it's more like an EP.
Yeah,
Okay.
like an EP.
What's the name of that one, and where can people find it?
All platforms, all digital platforms. Is called One Deep.
Any visuals?
Out of the 7 tracks, I did 6.
Oh shit.
6 videos. I went all out. I went all out with it.
That's dope. Okay, now, so you found your sound. What is the first single that you released, and what was the response?
The first video I dropped right before the album drop was it's actually 2 videos in one. It's the first 2 tracks on the album. It's One Deep and Faded.
Okay.
Yeah, so I dropped that and it got love. You know, One Deep is literally, it's just the hook and one verse. But if you listen to it, I'm talking some deep shit, just everything I've been going through, my life, everything. That cuts off and then it jumps into Faded.
Okay.
And that's produced by the homie Ace Beats. I started working with him, I was recording with him over there. So I started going over, he recorded some of the tracks from the album. So I started going there, but if you check it out, like, it's kind of like just, that album just kind of showing like what I've been through in these last few, like, year or two, you know, just going through everything I'm going through.
How long did it take you to make this album?
I started in, after I left over there, I got right into it like January, February, so till August, about 8 months. But I took my time because I invested into it. The videos, I got 2 big features on it.
Yeah.
I got a track called "Shut Up" on there with the homie Drummer Boy.
Okay.
And another one with Badachi.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. I've interviewed Badachi.
Yeah, I seen it.
That's dope, man. That's dope. I had a good time chopping it up with him and just his story. And if I'm correct, I think they're supposed to be doing a documentary or something like that.
Oh yeah, he was talking about that. Yeah, he's got a lot of things in the works.
That's dope, man. Now, so you got 6 videos out of 7 songs.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do another video to the last song? Or?
No, I was gonna do it. Like, I actually had the video date and everything, but it just didn't work out that day. So I just said, fuck it. I scratched it, and I'm already recording new stuff right now. So
Okay.
I'm gonna just let that one be, and I'm gonna just jump into the new stuff.
Okay. Now, odd question. You ever had another rapper diss you?
Nobody worth talking about, you know, like, you know, people just trying to get clout, just little beefs I have in the streets and shit going on, people trying to throw my name out or try to throw little shots, but I ain't gonna give them that time of day, you know. If they really feel that way, they know where to find me.
And I'm glad you said that, because there's people out there right now clout chasing after Roadium Radio. They always seem to go live after Roadium Radio, and then for some reason, you know, my name is always in their mouth.
Yeah.
You know, and
That just means you're doing something right.
Absolutely. See, back in the day, people hated you because you did something wrong.
Yeah.
Now they hate you because you're doing something right. You know, and back then we didn't call it hating, we call it jealousy, and that's exactly what it is. And those 2 fucking fat lames, they know goddamn well who I'm talking about. Okay, so, but I'm gonna address that at the end. Okay, but anyways, let's keep talking. That shit was too fucking hilarious. Okay, now, so these songs already dropped. People can find them on all fucking platforms. What now are you working on today that people can look forward to?
A lot, man. Like, I just started recording again because I dropped the album in August and I just chilled. I didn't record nothing until recently, about a month ago, because I would just focus on the visuals. I was just putting my time into that. I'm talking about back to back. I dropped a video, like every 2-3 weeks I was dropping a video back to back to back. And then I dropped the last one. I had a date for the last one, the 7th one, but everything just was all bad that day. It was probably my fault. I was just being easy with it, but you know, it happens. You know, I did 6 videos and it just went from there. But right now I'm back in the studio recording. I got a lot of new stuff coming, a lot of different things in the works. I'm getting my clothing brand going.
That's dope.
You know, this is actually my hat. This is my brand right here, Street Life Era.
Okay.
So I got that. I've always been on and off with it. But right now I feel like the buzz I got going with the clothing, or I mean with the music, I feel like I can get it going a little bit better now.
That's dope.
So I'm gonna do that. I got some logos from the homie OG Pamps. He's the graphic designer that did my stuff for me. I'm actually trying to get into the weed game.
Okay.
Yeah, like
I mean, you're just trying to venture out.
Yeah, because there's a lot of artists that they're making money with the weed, you know. And I got my homie right here. He's doing this thing. He's at all these events and everything. to we're trying to get like a little, you know, like those woods, the big blunts and everything. Trying to make something happen with that, with our own logo.
Okay.
So we're working on that right now, and hopefully, you know, it all comes into play.
Okay, that'll work, man. That'll work. I like the fact that you're a young entrepreneur trying to win, and I'm thankful that you came here, because like what I always like to preach here is that there's enough money, there's enough shine, there's enough light for everyone.
I know there's so much out here that you can do to make
for everyone. I mean, we don't have to hate on anybody, bro. It's never been my style to fucking hate on anybody, throw anybody under the bus. I've always been a giver. I've always been the person to shine light, help, Sad thing is that eventually people end up backstabbing you, but it comes along with the territory.
No, it comes with it. It comes with the game, you know.
Yeah, it
you
comes
take
along.
wins and losses all day.
And the sad thing is that it usually comes from your own people. That's the sad part. But
It's the sad truth, but it happens.
yeah, you know. But okay, so now you were talking about your weed. You want to venture out in that. You want to talk about
Yeah, it's something I've never done it before.
Right,
you know, but
correct. You're still learning.
I see so many people doing it. I just feel like with the fan base I got going, like I think it's something I could try out. You know, because I don't even smoke weed. I don't.
Well, neither do I. So
you
welcome
know,
to the club.
But I think it's something that could go. Definitely, you know. That's definitely a lane that there's so much room to grow in it.
Right. And then your clothing. How long have you been doing your hats and your stuff?
I've been doing it for, I want to say about 5-6 years already, but I've never stood consistent with it. That was my problem. I'll get a batch of clothing, hats, everything. I end up just giving it away or to the homies and stuff like that. But I feel like, I didn't have such I don't think I have the biggest fan base right now, but I have a way bigger fan base than what I did.
Right.
And I think right now I really feel I could do a lot more than what I was doing back then.
Okay. Well, speaking of your fan base, what do you think it is about your fans that they like about you?
I don't know. That's the weird thing, because like since I ventured out on my own, my numbers have just grown drastically. I don't know if people are just trying to see what's this dude doing by himself now, or what can he do. But my numbers have just gone up like crazy by myself.
Right.
To the point where I even tripped out, like, oh shit, like, you know, they're actually rocking with me. Cause I was a little nervous at first when I lived, like, shit, can I do this on my own?
Right.
You know, like just those thoughts that come in your head. But I started dropping stuff back to back and making little moves here and there and everything. I'm getting feedback every time. Like,
right.
Like my numbers will show itself. Like on my own channel, when I left that group, my Instagram, or not my Instagram, my YouTube, I only had about 2,000 subscribers. Since the day I dropped the album till now, I'm talking about 4 or 5 months. I'm close to like 9,000-10,000 subscribers just within a few months.
No shit.
So people are just like, they're curious. Why, I don't know, but they are.
Right.
They're curious to see what I'm doing.
Okay. That'll work, man. That'll work. Okay, well, check this out. We're kind of coming close to our interview. Anything you want to share, anything you want to promote, anything I didn't ask you that you want to talk about? I always like to give the artist an opportunity, like, hey, you know what, maybe you didn't ask me this, maybe I wanted to promote this, maybe I wanted to push that. Anything I didn't ask you?
Nah, just stay tuned with me, man. I got a lot more coming. I feel like I'm just getting started. Shout out to my boy KO, the homie Ace. You know, the other homies from the city coming up, rapping, the homie Massive, YG Dreams, Trafficking. We're doing our thing, man. Got a lot of shit coming.
Okay, that'll work, brother. First and foremost, I want to say thank you for coming. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
No, I appreciate you for having me, definitely.
Cool, man. So at this point, I want to bring my boy Johnny in here. So if you guys can switch seats.
Appreciate you.
My boy, you got it, brother. My boy Johnny's about to bring me some cookies.
Oh, man. Here we go. Let me put the seat back a little bit. Big dog coming.
Yeah.
It's Nacho Granny's cookies.
Okay.
The non-medicated for Tony.
Uh-huh.
Because, yeah, you can't eat the weed ones no more, huh? All right. Never did. Look at that shit. Look at that shit right there.
Right.
Okay.
But that'll work.
Put the top back on and shit. Stay COVID free.
And if I'm correct, this is your sister.
This is my
right?
sister's business. She's popping. She has the medicated and she has the regular cookies. She's blowing up. So reach out. It's a Wilmington thing, and you can find her on my page. You can find her on Nacho Granny's Cookies. You know, on Instagram and Facebook. But yeah, she's doing it. They're real good too.
That'll work. Okay, so at this time, let me move this out the way because we have cookies. Okay, at this time, let me go ahead and address these bullshit false allegations that many of you guys are here for the fucking cheese man, okay? And you heard me say it right, these bullshit false allegations, okay? This is a person that I try to help. This is the person that I was behind. And eventually this person ended up backstabbing me. I can go into details, but I was advised by my attorney, oh yes, because I'm pursuing this. When somebody tries to put a jacket on you, you better have paperwork to back that up. If not, it's gonna come back to bite you in the fucking ass, okay? So what I'm doing, everything that you posted, every video, every Photoshop screenshot that you claim you have is gonna be used against you, okay? Because I'm not gonna let off. I got a very, very good lawyer that by tomorrow you'll be living in Alaska, okay? So Everything you say, everything you do, everything you post will be used against you. You better rehearse whatever you said in that 17-minute video, because when that shit doesn't line up with your story, somebody's in trouble. Okay? And eventually, if I'm not in jail, somebody lied. And believe me, I'm not bullshitting. Okay? I'm going to pursue this. Because when somebody get convicted for false allegations, they can face between 15 to 25 years, and that's what you're going to be looking at, because I'm going to pursue this. I'm tired of this shit, and that's all I'm going to say. But let me say this. If I'm really guilty of these allegations, I should be in jail, not on your YouTube page, where you have encouraged people to go subscribe so they can get all the juicy, chisme. And that's what you've been doing. And I ain't fucking around. But that's all I'm going to say. I don't even need to name you, because you know who you are. And as far as those other two fat fucks that I constantly got my dick in their mouth, here's what I'm going to say. You two fucking fat lames said Tony A needs to get checked. But here's what I'm going to say. You check me. This ain't no gang shit. This ain't no hood shit. This is man to man. You got something to say, stop going live, you fucking putas. Say it to my motherfucking face. Here's what I'm gonna do. Since you guys like chisme, I'll move this whole fucking table out the way. We'll go live, and I'll go heads up with both of you fucking fat putos live on Roadium Radio for free. Both of you guys at the fucking same time. Give me an opportunity to knock your bitch ass out. You know what's crazy? Motherfuckers believe you guys, and you got no fucking credibility. You got a motherfucker that got slapped up, the other guy that got knocked out by a little fucking kid. Can't even go back to their own hoods. Don't even live in fucking San Diego, but are just fucking bumping gums. You got something to say? Say it to my motherfucking face, bro. And with that being said, we're not going to be here Wednesday because it's Johnny Boy's birthday. Whoa. Friday, no Freaky Tales, but we'll be back Sunday with 2 special guests. And for all 3 of y'all, váyanse a la pinche verga. Fuck Miss Pac-Man. We out of here. Call somebody, text somebody, slap the shit out of somebody. Let them know that Roadium Radio is live up in this biatch.
You got it, you got it, you got it, you got it like a Roadium Radio. In the city of Wilmington, we keep it rockin'. So come on, shake it for me, CALI. Roadium Radio, Roadium Radio.